Making this official. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is International Scrapbooking Day. It is Scrapbook Live for May of 2025, and we are here to hang out, make some fabulous layouts, and hang out with our scrapbooking friends. My name is Alice Bowl, and I am the host of the Scrap Happy community, and I am joined by my co-host, Alison Day. Hello, Alison.
Hello.
So we are going to be exploring our kit that we have from the Scrap Room. You can find their kits at scrap-room.com. We're using a Flavors of the Month kit. So that is the one. It has 4 little mini kits. We're going to take a peek at that. But first, it is International Scrapbooking Day. And within our Scrap Happy membership, we have a whole roster of exciting fun. Did you want to give us a little rundown on what is to come for today? The first post is posted in our member announcement space. So if you go to Circle, you'll find the member announcement space and the first post is up for it.
Yeah. Okay, I've been fiddling with my sound, so tell me if you're getting feedback. Every hour in the membership group, there's going to be a new challenge posted. And for a little extra fun, we've got this bingo card that you guys can fill in. Lots of fun things. I mean, if you're here, you can already cross off attend a live crop. So there you go.
We're going to be having 2 of those today. So we have the Scrapbook Live right now, and then later today at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to go live for just 1 hour then, and that will be our International Scrapbooking Day wrap-up party. So that you have double opportunities to fill that spot for today.
Yeah. So much fun. And we've got a special sketch that should have been posted into the membership group that Misty came up for us.
I printed it off.
Yes, I got mine.
So that's perfect. Actually, when I saw the sketch, I'm like, that is going to be work so well for my photos that I want to scrapbook today. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. It kind of gave me enough room to do the things I wanted to do. So I'm excited. My hardest part
Well,
is going to be leaving a space for all the journaling I want to put onto it. And not overwhelming that with really beautiful pattern papers because that is my nemesis. It's like
and
I want all the pretty pattern papers. I love them as backgrounds, but then I have to figure out how to add my journaling. So that's my
and there
challenge.
are a lot of pretty pattern papers in this month's kit, gotta say. I
Shocking.
just wanted to say, like, this circle, like, really sort of threw me. I don't do circles, but I have fun. So
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. So, I guess we can dive into our kits. We're gonna tackle everything else as we go through the day. And yeah, I'm dying to show what's in my kit. So Allison and I both receive a Flavors of the Month kit from the Scrap Room, scrap-room.com. And you can find the Flavors of the Month. The May kit is up right now. And it, like I said, it includes 4 mini kits. In addition to the mini kits that we get, we also get the add-on embellishments because more fun is more fun, right? So that's
there's
why we've
more.
opted into that. Now we pay for our own kits, but today we will have a free kit to give away as normal during our Scrapbook Live sessions, courtesy of the Scrap Room. So huge shout out to Rochelle and everyone that helps her over at the Scrap Room for making amazing kits you're gonna see, and for sponsoring these giveaways that we get to do every month, which is super generous, and I'm excited to do that. So let's change up some camera angles and show you what's in the kit. You want to switch yours to the other one? Spotlight, and we will there. Okay. So the first one that's listed is from 49th and Market, and it is called Wanderlust. I'm pretty sure that's this one. That makes the most sense. And yay. You'll see in each of the flavors of the month, they kind of have a way of creating the kits. You get a couple sheets of cardstock, and then usually 3 sheets of pattern paper along with some embellishments. This first pattern paper, I love it.
Oh, it is so gorgeous.
I love it. Also, please note 49 at the Market full cutoff strip. So like you get this whole little piece at the bottom. It's not just a little brand strip, it has the brand stuff on the other side, but they make one side like completely usable, which I very much appreciate. I have used those little cutoff strips for so many things and I love them. So thank you. Yeah, beautiful paper. We were just talking recently about pages where you talk about places. If you're a traveler, then having map paper. Now, if you might not be a world traveler, but maybe you're like a North American traveler or something, or depending on where you live, maybe you travel close to your region. Having a map paper for your region and then marking different spots on it is kind of super fun
Yeah.
and a fun way to document your travel and all the cool places you've been. I did a page with paper similar to this before, and I used like little sparkles, and then in the oceany areas that weren't occupied, I used little photos from the trips, and I love that page so much, and it was absolutely brilliant. So anybody that liked that too, here's your opportunity. This paper is perfect.
There might be a challenge coming up later today that could use a paper like this. Just saying.
Ooh, a paper like this.
Just saying.
Okay, what's on the back? Okay, well that's nice, but like I won't be heartbroken if I can't use it. Like, but I really like it actually, especially on the camera. It looks really good on camera, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes the papers are amazing. I'll tell you a secret that I do, and this might help anybody. When I'm making a page and I get stuck, I look at my I take a picture of my layout or I'll turn on my little live cam and I'll look at my page on the camera. And it's amazing how looking at your page on some other way rather than it right in front of you lets you see what's missing. And I think it's like one of the greatest tips for when I'm stuck.
I do
Oh,
that all the time too, actually.
Marcia says she didn't have the email for this morning. Thanks for letting me know, Marcia. Okay, I'll see what I can do to make sure okay. Um, so onto the paper, back to the paper. We got this fabulous one with the flowers. Like, are these magnolia flowers?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And just like look at the detail. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. We don't grow magnolia flowers here. It is definitely not the climate where I live.
I
So
have
I,
two magnolia trees in my backyard.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm jealous.
They're still baby trees, so I only get a few flowers, but yeah,
Oh, and look at the background
this
paper,
is
like
beautiful.
so much texture. I'm like, who designed this? I want to know. I always want to know who their designer is for the kids. Like, this is beautiful. And then we've got this wood grain paper, and it has like the little, what would you call this color? It's like a tealy aqua kind of
Like
faded, a
like a
muted.
verdigris or something, like it's been kind of patinaed, you know?
Yeah, totally. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we got like some Eiffel Tower, not Eiffel Tower. We got some Statue of Liberty happening here, right? Like wrong big tower from France.
There's the Eiffel Tower. Turn it over.
There we go. Or the original Statue of Liberty. When it was crispy and new. Wouldn't that have been a thing? Hey, like you see it as it was, all shiny and coppery, like bronzy colored, and then you see it now and you're like, wow. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see what's in our little embellishments. So I got a nice big frame here,
me too.
and then there's lots of little pieces.
I got some little epoxy globes. Those are fun.
Yeah, me too. Oh, yours are globes. Mine are like more like the little lines on the globe.
Oh, fun.
Neat. And then there's chipboard pieces. Oh, these just they feel like quality, right? A
Oh, I
die
love
cut
49 and
is
Market.
never as nice as like these die cuts though, I have to say, like they're such thick paper, they practically are chipboard. So these ones here over here, these ones are chipboard. Yeah, these ones are not, but so yeah, there's some chipboard, there's some die cuts, but like look at these. Their paper is tough, like tough. You can see like that's like not just like bending in half. Like it's like structurally sound paper. While we're
Yeah.
talking about statues and stuff off top. Like, um, Deborah says we have one magnolia left and my husband cut them down because of the messy leaves. Oh.
Oh, Deborah.
Oh, no, that's horrible. Um, yeah. So we okay. So I'm going to zoom in on Allison as she shows us the next part of the kit, and I've got to just send out a quick little email that didn't go out. So I'm going to remove my spotlight. I'll be here and I'll be looking, but she'll just show us all the fun stuff.
Okay, this is Doodlebug's Butterfly Kisses. So we got this beautiful like rainbow flowers. It's got little butterflies. So pretty. Doodlebug is usually a little bit more kind of cutesy than I like, but I can always embrace a rainbow, and there might be a challenge coming up later for a rainbow. So just saying. The backside is orange with like tone-on-tone butterflies. And then we
Nice.
have this beautiful diagonal rainbow stripe. I love a good rainbow stripe. So I'm always happy to have a Doodlebug rainbow stripe. Oh, I like the tags. Those are nice and big. Lots of space for journaling on those. And then we've got this pink, again, tone on tone floral. So you got just kind of the outlines of the floral pattern in the background there. And then on the back of that are a whole lot of butterflies. I am partial to butterflies. I love butterflies. I know, I know it's controversial. Like some people don't like butterflies. I do. And then
I
we
don't like
have,
moths. I think moths are creepy and gross, but
yeah.
butterflies, totally different. They
And when
fly
they're colorful like
different.
this, they have to be
Butterflies,
butterflies, right?
butterflies don't attack me. Moths are hairy, so it's good.
And then we have two sheets of basil white cardstock. This is a textured cardstock. And can I read that? Oh, it's just basil white. Okay. And then in the embellishments, where did they go? I saw something in my embellishment pack that I'm very excited about. Um, check this out. They're little bees.
Oh, those are adorable. Oh God, did I get those too?
Well, I
Oh,
don't know. As a bee, I am pretty excited for all my bee embellishments that I can
okay, I
find
have to
now.
show you. I did not get those. Let me show you what I got. I will show you this. Hold on a second. I've got stuff all over my desk now. Um,
This is a really cute, this is a, what do they say? Mixture
okay,
of
here's what I
odd
got.
ends and
I got
bits and
little
pieces.
frogs.
Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable. Okay, and that's like the word I would use the most actually to describe Doodlebug is adorable. It is adorable
Yeah.
stuff, which can make it hard to use if you don't have stuff that feels in that category, let's just say.
Yeah, that's my problem. Like, I mean, I feel like my kids are a little bit too old to be scrapbooking photos of them with, cutesy little things like this. But I mean, flowers will work anywhere.
I like
Butterflies will work anywhere. It's like the things like the chick. I mean, you could use a chick.
I sure can. I have
Oh, I
three.
have a froggy. There we go. And there's a little frog on the bicycle. And then, oh, that's totally usable. A heart full of flowers. So that's a lot. That's a lot of little bits and pieces that they've included. That's awesome. Oh, we forgot to show the extra embellishments.
Oh, we did. Yeah, I got distracted.
Yeah, you did. I'll just grab
Shocking.
mine.
Alice is looking at pretty things and gets distracted. You're all surprised. Never heard that before.
So in the extra embellishment pack, we get a full 12 by 12 sheet of stickers that match this collection. And then I'll just go back a second, go back in time. Whoop, 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 whoop. This is in the extra embellishment kit for the 49er market. So it's a whole page of rub-ons.
Oh, I wonder if I
I
got the same
love
one.
all the phrases on this.
Oh yeah, I got exactly the same ones. It is the full sheet. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so sometimes you do get full products with the stuff, right? Like that happens with
Like
these
this one.
embellishment kits. Sometimes it's a full thing, sometimes it's been split up. Like it just depends on which one it is. There we go.
Do you want to pull your screen back up?
Yeah, I'm just
Tidying.
putting all my embellishments away. You know how all the papers start stacking up on my desk and I end up having avalanches.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm all caught up now. I'm all caught up now.
So
Okay,
that's a super fun kit.
that is adorable. I love Doodlebug for knowing its predictability, knowing that they have a color palette that you just like, that always works. That's just their color palette. And
Yeah,
so
so if you
really
have
lets
other
you,
Doodlebug papers, they're gonna work right away.
yeah, like the mixing matching between Doodlebug, super easy.
Yeah.
Okay. So next kit, are we ready? I'll let you pack up.
Yep, go for
As-
it. I'm good.
Okay. This one is called Have a Great Summer from Echo Park. And I'm gonna put my embellishments aside for a second. But look at this pretty paper. I like the colors. It
Hmm.
So it has like a little of that Jitterbug vibe, but like calmed down and toned down, like a little more mature, right? It's like it's less cutesy, it's less adorable, even though it's like really pretty. So
Yeah.
yeah, very nice. And then we've got kind of a coral color, and it has like little tiny dots in the background, but they're not quite dots. They're dot squares. If you see what I mean, they're dot squares. I don't know, that's kind of funny. But they are definitely, I don't even know what to call them. They're dot squares. Okay. Um, and then we have this sheet that has the coral with the tone on tone stars. Right?
So pretty.
Ooh,
Papers like
and
this are so usable.
yeah. Well, even a person that loves the A sides like me ends up using tons of that because you have to make layers between them. You can't have too many. You can't like your A stuff can't be touching each other too much. That's what I
Yes.
find. They run into each other too much is what happens. So yeah, so then on the back we have all these butterflies. That's what I want to show. Look how cute they are.
Marcia said she prefers dragonflies. You don't see a
Dragonflies.
lot of dragonfly papers.
Well,
Maybe that needs to be something that comes into the industry because, yeah, I
right?
think dragonflies are pretty cool too.
Plus, as a boy mom, dragonflies are just cooler than butterflies. No,
I
I'm
guess
just gonna put it out there.
more
Um,
versatile for sure.
right? One of my best friends from high school, she had four daughters and she went and got four different butterflies down her leg tattooed. And I'm like, oh my God, like I couldn't get a tattoo at all. Like that's just not ever gonna happen for me. But she got these four tattoos for her girls, are all different kinds of butterflies, really cool. Then she had a son. And I'm
Ooh.
like, now what's she gonna do? And she's like, I'm gonna get a dragonfly. And so she continued, it kind of has a ribbon between them. Cool. I wouldn't get a tattoo because that's not for me. But it was definitely cool. And she was like fast on that solution. I was like, well, that was well done. Since then, there's more kids, and so she's added all kinds of stuff to her leg. I'm like, you didn't know you're getting into that, did you? There's 10 kids.
You gotta do those kind of things when you're done having kids, and then you know how big they gotta be.
There may have been some surprises along the way. Okay, next paper is this one with the clouds. And it's really funny because when I think of clouds, I think of them as fully rounded, right? Like roundy on the bottom, and these are very flat on the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah.
But you ever look at clouds, they are shockingly flat on the bottom. Like they are at a certain level and they're puffy up above that. And so this is quite accurate for clouds, I'm just gonna say. And then we got this pattern that almost looks like sunshine in the background on the
They're little
yellow.
starbursts, I would call it. Yeah.
Starburst. Okay. It's definitely geometric. They've done a geometric. A couple sheets of cardstock. This color is denim.
Yeah, it's calling it denim. It looks really, it's really dark.
Well, she says that denim's going to be in the kit, so we might have a substitute for our kits because they came out early. But so
Yeah.
maybe the more of this blue color, this other blue might be in the kits.
Oh, yeah, that
If
would make
anybody
sense.
has their kit, let us know what color is your cardstock. Like, Marcia says she's seen some more dragonflies in products this year. I might have bought a sticker sheet just because of dragonflies on it. Love it.
Hey,
So,
no judging. I think that's awesome.
yeah. And so included in the kit, we've got 2 sheets of the stickers. It's from a
Oh,
sticker
ours are
pack.
completely different.
Oh, we did get different ones. Ah, see, this time I got the words. I love the words so much. I'm like, yay.
Yeah, I got like
Oh, kind of like the washi
the
strips kind of
yeah,
thing.
kind of. I mean, it's not washi. Ooh, this one's cut out. It's all like lacy.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah.
I like it when they do that. Like, it's like this extra that I'm not going to do at home. So, so yeah, cute little embellishments. Adventure awaits. There's a lemonade stand on here. Flip-flop season. I am embracing that. Oh my gosh. You guys, I see ads all the time for Archie's sandals. They are flip-flops. They look like this. I'm not going to show you my feet, but my flip-flops clean. So they look like this. They have arch support and everything. They're somewhat clean. They are so good. I will highly endorse them. I have 4 pairs maybe right now. And I just saw they came out with a light purple and a light yellow, and those are on their way to my house now. They
Okay, you
even
have
work
a
for
lemonade
giant feet like
stand.
mine.
You have the lemonade stand and I have the ice cream cart. So that
Oh,
works
fun.
for me.
Yeah, I don't actually have the stand here,
Oh, I
but
thought you said
I have
something about lemonade.
I have the word lemonade stand.
Oh, I
So
see.
yeah. Dang, now I want the stand to go with it. Actually, my friend's daughter actually does that every year. She sets up the lemonade stand and on Lemonade Day. I don't know if everybody has
There's a
that where they
lemonade
live.
day?
Okay. Well, I think it started in Saskatchewan and it was like a movement. So they put out this thing and they made a training course for kids to actually learn how to run a little business. And all the kids had to get little business licenses and they had to learn about like food safety stuff for presenting to people. And then they can they register their lemonade stand and they actually make like a map of the town where all these lemonade stands for. And on a certain day, I think it's in June, they have this big lemonade day.
Oh, that's awesome.
And people go around to different ones, and then usually there's prizes for the kids for like best booth and best lemonade and whatever. So it's really great. But I think it came out of Saskatchewan, but they definitely do it here in Alberta too. And in our town, I've seen, yeah, so yeah, really fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never seen it here, but then I'm probably not so in tune with that sort of thing. I know my girls did a lemonade stand a few times, but
Yeah, they had to like learn in their little course to participate in the official Lemonade Day. Like they had to learn how to like what profit really was and how to do all the businessy parts of their stuff. And I thought it was really great. Yeah, Diane, like sounds like fun for the kids. Yeah,
yeah.
totally. And like some of the parents really get into it. My brother-in-law, he has like a little lumber mill so he can make boards out of trees. And so he actually built his kids like this little wood slat lemonade stand. Adorable, like cutest thing ever.
I was just noticing we have a couple of the same, and but most of
Um,
them are different.
Some of the,
Like
oh,
this one we both have, and this one, the pineapple.
yeah.
Not
Summer
funny.
vibes. Sunny days. Life is better in the summer. I actually have a hard time using some of these things. They're not always on the page, but one thing I actually do a lot is chop them up to
Yeah,
get the part that I want. Because I might not
absolutely.
want the word in the middle, but I might want the little framey part of it. So then, see, this one's already apart, so that's perfect. So I might want that frame but without the words. But I
Well,
like it
and
when they're
something
cut
like
apart,
this, you can tuck in and just have the like
part of
frame
it
showing.
sticking out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's like just good tips for when you're looking at the stuff and you're like, I would never use that phrase. Like, what am I
Yes.
going to do with that? Yeah, so those are the add-on embellishments, and it was a third of the pack of the frames and tags. Well, that's a lot. It's enough little pieces to play with, right? To get on your stuff without having a whole packet. Like if that's a third of a packet, then the whole packet is going to have a lot of stuff. I'm
Yeah.
going to want to move on to other papers by then. Okay, last one. This looks really fun. It is from Photoplay and it is called Salt and Sea. Salt and Sea. So first off, we can see we got the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet, which is awesome. I really like the
And
colors.
they're matte stickers. They're not the usual shiny
Glossy,
cardstocky
shiny.
stickers. I like that. I like the color palette on this one.
Oh, a lot. It's like it has a slight retro vibe to it, which, if you look at the suit, that retro vibe is back in
Hmm.
kind of fashiony things, especially with swimsuits. If you look at swimsuits, I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks like the ones my mom wore when I was just a little baby. It's like in all the pictures. Yeah, super funny. But lots of really great icons, and you can really get a feel for the palette. I like what they did with the coloring on this little blue strip or little teal strip at the bottom. It kind of has little waves of color on
Yeah.
it. Yeah, lots of nice details. Oh, well, this is fun. I don't love it. It's not my favorite paper ever, but it'll work in layering and stuff. It has too much going on. But when you
Yeah.
look at it, it kind of has like this almost like quilted effect to it. But let's see, there's gonna be something on the other side. Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's usable.
yeah, I would definitely want to use this. It's got
My papers are all different from ordered from you.
you were peeking at them, weren't you?
I was, but I didn't put them out of order, so that's weird. I don't think I put them out of order anyways.
This ended up in a different order. It's all good. Okay, next up we've got a diagonal stripe. And I like this with all the colors in it, actually. I'm
Yeah, it's
yeah,
really nice.
it's a pretty one. And then
It's
on
got
the
like a
back,
tiny bit of distressing to it as well. It's nice.
yeah, but like just like a little, like you can
Yeah.
kind of see it here in the close up. It's like a little bit, but it's not distressed. It just has that like aged look to it. It's been around a little. And then we've got a nice yellow with polka dots, but the polka dots actually have a polka dot and then they kind of have a ring around the polka dots. So it's an interesting little pattern.
Hmm.
And then, well, I think like designers have been like, I've done 10 million polka dots. How can I make a polka dot different? I bet you that's what's going on there. When we're seeing like those square dots that we had on the other one, when we're seeing these ringed polka dots, they're like, okay, not another polka dot. What can I do? And then these are like little waves for the water, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got some little beachy things on like a nice, like soft, peachy corally. What would you
See,
call
this is
that
the type
color?
of thing, like, if you compare this to the very first one, like this peach one is way more usable because it's good for photo mats and that kind of thing, or as a background paper, because
Yeah.
it's got all the icons on it, but it's not as busy as this one.
These collage ones, a lot of time I find hard to use. Like they're like a collage, like everything kind of like smushed in there. I don't find that I use them that much, but that's okay if they're putting it on the back of something I really like.
This is true.
Just as a general rule. And like I'm noticing that this yellow looks a little um hmm, yours looks a little green on my camera just from what I'm seeing. And it is not looking green here. It's
No,
looking
it's not.
like a
It's a real
good,
golden
nice
yellow.
yellow. So, cameras just the way they pick things up. 2 sheets of some white basil paper to go with this. We got that full sheet. So what's in the add-on embellishments? This is the last thing. Can you believe we actually got to look through the whole packet now? We
You did
we
that in
have,
record time as well.
did we? I feel like I was taking forever. Okay, lots of little pieces. So in here we got half a pack of the photo plate ephemera. So we'll see how ours line up.
So
I
far,
got
I'm not seeing anything the same.
this one and this
Oh,
one
we've
and
both got these guys.
yeah. So definitely like a mishmash of different things. I like the little framey pieces that I've got here. There's some little banner pieces. I could see myself using this title. And it's actually not square the way they've cut it. It's kind of like pillow cut. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's kind of like indented a little. I can hold it up so you can see it better. Yeah, I would say pillow cut. Is that the,
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, it's like an interesting like design choice, right? But yeah, oh, this is pretty. Like I totally have beach pictures
Well, I
that I
was
could.
thinking that yes, you just coming back from Hawaii not so long ago.
Oh, Jackie has a great suggestion for that crazy paper that we didn't especially love too much.
Oh, yeah, good
Wash
idea,
it with some
Jackie.
media to soften the busy background, and
Just
then
get
it's
some
like
like
less in your
gesso on
face.
it or something. Yeah.
hmm And if you don't like doing mixed media, throw a little piece of vellum over top just to like mute it down a little so it's not in your face.
Yeah,
That would
vellum would be
also
good
be
too.
good. That was inspired by what she said, jumping from idea to the next. It's like, do we really have problems in scrapbooking? No, but we have little solutions. But we do not necessarily problems. It's just like, oh, I have a great idea. Okay, so today happens to be International Scrapbooking Day, which is awesome. We have challenges going on. So we both have our sketch in front of us. I was going to use it for today because I thought it was perfect for what I wanted to do. And then we also have load going on too. So we've
Mm-hmm.
started our load challenge. We're on day 3 today of load. So I thought we could talk about that for just a second as well. Now, I did have my sketch on my desktop. Oh, it's here. How quickly things go missing once you start moving them around. So this is the sketch. It was made by our Scrap Happy member and team member, Misty Murphy. She made this, and you can actually find her videos over at Crafty Soup videos on YouTube. So just wanted to like give her a shout out for that. And Allison, if you could remind me after to put that into the description for the video. I don't have that there, but I'll link it on the YouTube video so that people can just hop right over to her channel.
Sure.
And
Add
this,
her link and stick it in the chat.
yeah, that's great. The Crafty Soup video. Um, yeah, I just want to give her a shout out. She has a great channel. Like her stuff is so good, like just excellent. And I really liked the sketch because of the circle. I loved the whole circle in there. I liked the extra addition of the 2x3s at the bottom as well. I thought that was really great. I like how she kind of has it framed on a mat. And I could see doing this either with strips of paper or with some maybe ribbon. I could maybe pull out ribbon. I would think that might be really fun for a little bit of texture. So I was like, I thought this was a really playful sketch. I really liked the idea of that. And you're going to use the sketch today too?
I am. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because,
So our
I set the challenge, so I better use the sketch.
so our load prompt for today is actually, oh, can I get it in here where I want to put it? This is the button. And I'm gonna just put the prompt right up on the screen for everybody to see because I think that would be fun to do. Just have to go. And we're gonna open that on my screen. I'm just gonna take your thing off for a second so people can see it. So this is what we're working with today behind the scenes in our load challenge. Now, if you're not signed up for the load challenge and you're not a Scrap Happy member, then you won't have this, but you'll get this one today because we're all playing together. And then if you wanted to jump in late to our load challenge, come and be a Scrap Happy member. It's a really great deal and it's awesome and it's so fun. And we do things like this all the time. So, day 3, we're talking about Leslie Nielsen. So, I went into all of the behind the scenes stuff that I could find about Leslie Nielsen. And he's quite the character. So I had no idea that he started off playing like actual, like kind of what they would call straight roles, like not comic. It was like he was like the serious character, right? And I thought that was really interesting that that's what he played. And then they saw him being that person and says, we're going to take that and use it in a comical effect when he did Airplane. And then because I've only ever known him as a comical actor. I don't know if I've actually seen him in anything where he was actually serious. And so it's really funny the perspective that I had on him versus the perspective that people would have known him by first, right? And there may be some quoting going on in our chat now. So in his early years, he was a serious actor, but that shifted with Airplane and he became a comical actor. Scrapbook about a shift where you saw someone in a different light. And for technique, his motto was put on his tombstone, let her rip, because he was obsessed with farts, guys. Like
I
obsessed.
thought that was so funny.
Even had a fake fart machine. Yes, that's what they were called, Marcy and Marsha. The flip-flops were called Archies. Um, yeah, the motto, let her rip. I'm just laughing so hard when I'm reading this. I'm like, who knew? I didn't know that. Include a tagline or motto of your own on your layout. And so I was really inspired by that. And our featured designer today was Heather, and she had a great page. And it was funny because she reached out to me and she's like, Alice, did you get my page? And I'm like, yeah, I responded back to you. And she's like, but that's about last year's page. And my emails had like put all of her stuff in a thread and it had last year's stuff at the top. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I didn't actually see. I pulled her page from last year's load and tried putting it into this year's. Yeah. So thankfully she reached out and we got the right one in there. But yeah, her page really inspired me. And I thought, oh, well, that's really fun. So let's it just like made me think about stuff the way she talked about like the love always. She took the inscription from her ring for her motto for her page, which was great. So I ended up going slightly different. I was also inspired by yesterday where we talked about your dad's voice, and my page kind of talked about my dad but didn't get into his voice. And so I decided to do another page about my dad and about something that he would always say when I was a kid. So I found a picture of my dad to use and then some supplemental photos to go with it. So I'll just change the little screen here. Um, yeah, so I found this picture of my dad and myself from not too long ago. And then I found these pictures of me with my dad from different ages as I was growing up. And one of the things he always said, usually around food, but I think I've adapted it into like part of my being, honestly, was just try it. He was always telling me, well, you can't tell me you don't like it if you haven't even tried it. That kind of thing. But imagine it with a little bit of a Welsh accent, actually, because I don't hear it, but my dad has a Welsh accent, I have been told. And so, yeah, I wanted to do that for this page. So I printed this one for the 4x4. I printed these ones as 2x3s for down here. I think it's going to work amazing. And I be able to fit my title in there. So now I just have to pick my papers for this, and I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna have a peek. How about yourself? What are you leaning towards for today?
So I am also going to use a sketch, but before I talk about that, if you want to put my desk cam back up.
I am working on it. It's hiding from me, but
Of course it is.
uh, there we go. There we go.
So I just wanted to point out that the scrap room does provide a monthly sketch and a challenge and a cut file. So if you guys are into that sort of thing and you get the kits, then those are extra challenges and ideas and inspiration and all that kind of stuff to work with. Okay,
Oh, and
so
coffee sample.
oh
Coffee
yeah, the
sample.
coffee sample.
Peanut
It
butter
is,
today?
yeah, peanut butter cup.
I didn't get that made, but I was tempted. I'm like, ooh, I want
No,
whipped cream
well,
for
it's still
that.
sitting here, so clearly I haven't made it yet. So the prompt was about what looking at somebody in a different way. And I had to really, really think about this because I don't know, maybe I was overthinking it. But so I've decided to scrapbook about my eldest daughter. She's now 21 and she's currently home just for a couple of weeks. She's off at university usually. And this time home, I've really noticed kind of a shift in how I look at her and how I think and how she looks at us and the world. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about her sort of, I don't know, evolution into adulthood, I suppose. And I'm still working on a tagline, but it'll come. But I am going to use the 49 and Market papers.
Hmm.
Um, because I kind of thought I could use these rub-ons as these little flags kind of around the photo.
Oh, and that's really good. Like life is a journey. Embrace the
Yeah,
journey. Like,
exactly.
oh, that's really fun.
So that's my plan. And I want to use cardstock, but I don't want to use this cream color. So I think I'm going to pull a piece of white cardstock from another one of the kits and use that instead. Yeah, that's my plan.
Cool.
We'll see
Cool.
if I can execute.
See, I was wondering if I should use those colors on the page about my dad because I really liked like things like this, right? Like this, things like this, the one you can't see. I'm good at this. Uh, here we go. Things like this paper, I thought, oh, that would be like very good for a dad kind of page.
Yeah.
I was really drawn to that. Like as much as I love the other kits, like I just don't see it as much. Um, yeah, no, I'm gonna do that. There we go.
So we're using the same kit again this month.
This is really not intentional, guys. We don't plan it like this.
I thought for sure you were going to use that oceany one.
A
Talk
hundred
about
percent.
some
But
like
then
Hawaiian
I had gone in this other
adventures.
direction. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my other pages here and I'll show you guys what I've done here. So yesterday we were talking about Dad's voice. Our inspiration was Lauren Green, and we were talking about that kind of voice. And I never actually scrapbooked his voice because I came across some pictures as I was looking for something about my dad. And it just made me think of something else. Like I ended up going in a different direction, but it was about my dad. This is him wearing one of his funny hats. Like my dad is like just like little goofball things. Like they come up from him all the time. I'm like, I know where I got that from.
That's awesome.
Like my dad was the guy that like I've never yet seen him have a peanut, like an actual peanut that you have to shell without cracking it open and putting it on his ear like an earring. Never once has he had a peanut without doing that, I don't think, in his whole life. Like he's like, look, and then he'll kind of like have around for a little bit and wait for everybody to kind of notice. Like, it's the cutest thing ever. I'm pretty sure I have a picture of that. I really should find that too. Like that might be a challenge to find, but um, yeah, so I did this page and it's us playing crib. And so I kind of told a story about how because of playing crib with my parents like so much growing up, and especially with my dad, I was really good at numbers that add up to 15. I might not have been good at adding up all the numbers really fast, but if they added up to 15, I was in. And so I just thought that was really funny. And I did this. And this is paper I've had in my stash for a while, I will tell you. This is one that I used when I did the A side, B side class with Amy Myers during the scrapbook. Um, the scrap experience. So yeah,
Oh.
that was paper I had used way back then, but yeah, I was excited to pull it out. It was perfect for this.
You
And
know, it's funny, when I was going through looking for papers for my layout yesterday, I was in my blue stack because I organized by color. And there was one that had just a bunch of empty speech bubbles on it. And I was thinking that would have been, could have worked for something like your dad's voice, but I ended up
Mhm.
not using it, but reminded me of yours.
Well, and I don't mind when the prompt like starts me somewhere and takes me in a different direction, right? Like I'm not there to necessarily follow those rules as they're written, and maybe that's just part of me. It's like they're a guideline, they're not a rule, right? They're there to
Yes.
help me, and if they help me get somewhere in a different, like somewhere else, that's fine. I appreciate that as much anyways. So yeah, yeah, I don't look at them like something that needs to be followed. They're there to kickstart me, to help me tell a story. I need either, oh, I bet you this blade just needs to be flipped around. I cut in one direction all the time, so I wear out one side of my blade way before the other.
Ah, yes, you've got to do it up and down all the time.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. After this long of scrapbooking, like my son is 26, so over 26 years of scrapbooking, it's not gonna happen. I just most, it's not like I never do, but almost never. So now I know. Just like go ahead and accept it. This paper is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Like, am I gonna have any work to do on this page at all?
Yeah, that
Erica's,
background kind of takes care of itself, doesn't it?
yes. Erica says, you just inspired me to do a similar page about my college kid. When he came
Aw,
for spring break, he seemed so much more like a man than the boy I sent off to school.
isn't that true? Like suddenly, like I don't know, there's like this switch that flips in them, and you're like, "Holy crap! When did you become this adult?" Like she,
I,
she was sitting on the couch opposite me in the living room the other day, and she was flipping through something on her phone, and she did a kind of "ooh yippee," and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And it was like she was looking at grocery store flyers, and she was like, "My favorite brand of I don't even know what it was is on sale next week." And I was like, "Oh, for crying out loud!" Like, okay, you're a full-on adult now.
yes. Um,
Oh, children.
I've been seeing it so much with my son Ryan right now, right? He got engaged in February, and just seeing him with his fiance, and like we're finishing up stuff on this house that they're going to move into pretty much anytime now. Like I think Jonas went to their house today to go and work on the bathroom floor grouting. They got the tile stuff laid down the other day, but now they got to get the grouting stuff done. The kids are actually away at a swim meet this weekend, so they're still living a life of like fun, which is good. You want them to have fun too. But yeah, Jonas is like, I guess I'll go do that floor since you're busy today. Sounds good. But
I don't know. It
he's
sounds like
been like,
they need to do more work in their house.
oh, they have been. I think Lindy said the one day that, she really, really, really hates sanding.
Okay, I'm loving the comments right now. It's so fun. Welcome to adulthood. You now have a favorite burner on the stove. Isn't that the truth though? And
So
my favorite
true.
burner is like on the fritz right now. It's really annoying.
Okay, so now I gotta know, Which one is your favorite burner? My stove has a big one that's more to the middle, but it's a little more to the back. Like that's kind of the, I would say it's like the main burner, but like you have the regular four, but then there's this weird one at the middle, slightly to the back. My husband always uses that one. I find it so inconvenient because I'm reaching back there to try to stir whatever I'm doing. So I like the one that's on the front on the left. But my mom
Yeah.
always used the front on the right, but she's left-handed. So I'm wondering if this is like a left hand, right hand thing. Like,
Oh, it could be.
let me know. I'm so curious
No,
now.
Marcy says front left, and I kind of have two favorite burners actually. The big one on the front left is my absolute favorite, and I use that one all the time because it just fits perfectly my skillet. And then the one right behind it at the back left is my favorite for like little pots, like my sauce pots or whatever. And that's the one that is on the fritz. It's really bugging me.
Okay, I thought for a second that I wasn't gonna do an edge around it, but I've decided I have to. So I kind of just have to.
You kind of you just got to do it. See, I was
It's
thinking
not,
this would fit
I
in
don't.
there. I might need to
Oh, look
mat
at
it with
you using
something.
your frame.
Oh
Mm,
yeah. My photo is a
I
tiny
caught
bit.
you. We'll see.
I should have printed my photo without white borders is what I should have done.
Can you reprint it fast?
No, because my phone is filming right now.
Okay, got it.
But I can
Okay.
cut it down and mat it maybe.
Right? If you use like that colors that kind of feel like analogous to the photo, then it won't feel as matted, right? Or if you go opposite, then it'll just have extra matting. Oh, yeah, I do like this. Oh, and it just barely fits like a 4-inch photo in it, hey, like barely, but it
Yeah,
does.
it's a little bit wider. But I'm
Like,
wondering if I can pull in.
like that's the edge right here, and that's the edge right here. So it's like it just barely fits, but it does. So I can do like a circle, a square, and a circle. It's gonna be a square and a circle anyways. I like that idea. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I forgot that piece existed already, so I had moved on.
I'm gonna pull in some of the blue cardstock from another kit. Look at me mixing up kits. But
Shocking. I'm
I
so
know, I
shocked.
know. It's so rare. I actually went through, like, I have all of the ScrapRoom kits in one iris container, and I went through it yesterday, and I have a shocking amount of cardstock in there. So I'm like, I better start using some of that cardstock. I'm just a pattern paper galley.
Yeah. It's funny because my day one page, so I'll show you guys this too, but this is a perfect segue. I actually didn't use pattern paper on it, you guys. I only use cardstock. So here we go. We were talking about Mary Pickford on day one, and she was basically like one of the first like acting superstar celebrities and from Canada. And she was in the silent films like during the days of Charlie Chaplin. In fact, her, Charlie Chaplin, and two other guys actually made the company United Artists. So I was like, oh, there you go. How come I don't know about her? And we all have heard of Charlie Chaplin. Like, come on. But anyways, super amazing business um owner, like her contracts, negotiations for money. Her mom helped with that too. Like they had that stuff figured out, guys. Like they had it figured out. Like it was impressive to hear, right? Because you hear so many stories about especially women being taken advantage of with Hollywood and like all of the movie kind of business. But like this woman, she had her stuff like figured out. Like there was dirty stuff in that history too, I'll tell you. I might not have shared all of that. But one thing I forgot to add when I was putting the post up and I didn't remember till later was because I'd left it open on my desktop to throw it on there. The post where I got some of the information about her um was I shared it because it's such a good article. Like if you wanted to like know more and read more, like it's a great article. So I shared that on the post. I've added it in after. But anyways, my page using gold inspired by her, and then telling a story about letting your personality shine through, or a feisty person because she was known for playing these roles. Uh, this was my page, and it is from our Hawaiian holiday, but I did this all myself, no pattern paper. See, I made my own little clouds in the background. I thought those turned out fantastic, right? And then for the
I can't believe that
water,
isn't pattern paper.
what's that?
I can't believe that isn't pattern paper. That's incredible.
So this is all like layers of, I use two different kinds of paper. They're super close in color, but like not quite. So it made like perfect little sandy sand dunes. Like, yeah, sand kind of gets like the footprints and everything. I thought it was perfect for that. This is the crazy photo I had. There's Joe. Like he's like, "Oh, hold on. You're taking a picture. Let me get in there." So I'm like, "Yeah, I've got somebody a little bit dramatic." I felt like that was on for the prompt, and then for this water, like I had just regular blue cardstock, but then I thought to put some of this ribbon across there, and I just love the way that it makes like a watery effect because of the colors in the ribbon and the little eyelash ribbon. I'm like, that is brilliant. I'm like super excited about it. I'm trying to hold it still, I swear, but like, shaking all over the place. But I was just thrilled. I was mimicking the background, like the photo, right, with the layers. I didn't get them perfectly lined up, but I was like, whatever, it's all good. But I was having the most fun ever. This is what happens during load. I think like, oh, I'm gonna rush and I'm gonna make pages that aren't inspiring, but I make literally some of my very favorite pages during load months.
Yeah, I find that too, because the prompts take you in a direction that you would never have thought of yourself. And
Mhm.
yet the stories that come out of it are sometimes like super deep.
Yeah.
So I see you pulling out your circle cutters. I don't have those, but I just drew a circle so that I can arrange my rub-ons. I gotta clear my desk. I got everything is on my desk right now, just spread out.
So I'm a little worried that my circles are gonna be a little too big almost. Like I can do this one on the inside, but it's gonna take up my whole sheet. I don't know if it's even gonna fit all my stuff. I'm a little worried about that. I think I'm gonna cut a sample one out of some scratchy paper first, so I can see if I like how this is gonna turn out first before I cut this pretty paper. I'd rather do that.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm also gonna mark where my frame is gonna be, because a lot of these rub-ons are gonna be behind the frame, which I think will be okay.
I would just like to point out how easily I grabbed my circle cutting system because I had them all like put away because I have been organizing stuff. I keep saying that I've been organizing stuff. My room is still a disaster, but the parts that I've done are super awesome. So it's like motivation to keep me moving forward. It's like when I got it figured out, it was actually great. Keep at it. Didn't have to
Yes,
go.
I not only did I go through the ScrapRoom kits yesterday, I also finally tackled my overflowing bin of thickers, and I actually got rid of quite a few. You know, the packets that don't have any vowels anymore. Like, okay, we
Like,
can
why
just
am
let
I
these
hanging
go.
on to these?
I
For
don't know.
we always think that we're gonna make those cool backgrounds where you put the random letters in the back and you paint the whole thing white. That's what I always think I'm gonna do with it, but I don't.
No.
Maybe I need to have that like technique that you've been meaning to use, but you just don't get around to today. That's the kind of challenge I need.
Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Um,
What is
so
it?
the next challenge has just gone live in the membership area, and it is Get Inky with It. So
Hmm.
if you are scrapping along, you can either finish your sketch challenge or you can start a new layout and get some ink on the background.
Mhm. Get inky with it. Okay. This one is pretty much inked. I'm just saying. Okay, this circle is too big because by the time I get these other photos down here, this is just going to be like, that's a lot. Now, if I was just doing this without the thing, I could make that circle quite a bit smaller without the frame, but I know I really like the frame. So I'm conflicted, but also I don't have an easy way to make this circle smaller. The challenges, but I'll figure it out. I've got a plan, kind of.
So I'm just cutting out a whole lot of rub-ons. I'm going to arrange them. Excuse me. See how I can get them all nicely arranged around my circle.
Okay, so how much smaller should it go?
Is anybody else loving the new sort of, I don't know, take on rub-ons? Because I used to hate rub-ons, but now, especially the 49 and Market ones, they go on so beautifully.
I still had some that were terrible, but mostly they're good now, right?
Yeah, they used to be horrible.
I remember practically wanting to cry. I had made such a beautiful page, and way back in the day, like Heidi Swapp had some rub-ons, and I love her, so no harm on her. But these rub-ons were terrible, and I'm sitting there, and they're breaking apart, and I'm trying to get them all back lined up and trying to get on my project because now it's committed. Traumatized. But I will tell you, these ones go on the way those Making Memories letters went on. Now, I guarantee I still have those in my stash because I wonder if they still stick. I wonder if they're still good or if they're completely dried up. But those ones went on like magic. The ones from Making Memories, right? Making Memories. That the little packets with all the letters in the packet, like, and you just kind of ran them out like a fan deck kind of thing. Oh man,
I
I
don't think I
loved
had
those.
ever had those.
Okay, well, I'm gonna like, I'm pretty sure I still have some. Let me look.
And Jackie, yes, you were right. So each challenge has to have an independent page for it. But the bingo items, you know what? You just go nuts, man.
Okay, these kind of things, you didn't have these? Like these little packets?
No.
Okay. Like I was obsessed with these. Uh, so yeah, they were like little fan decks. And then you would just like cut off the letters as you use them, or you didn't have to cut them, you could just rub them right on. And eventually you did run out of letters with these too, right? But if you're lucky, there was more available in your favorite fonts, and you could just keep using them. But they worked amazing. So when I look back at my old pages, tons of my titles are done with these rub-on letters, like tons and tons and tons. And they are fantastic, but I don't know if they're still fantastic. I haven't let them out of my stash yet. I'm a little worried about that. I think I'm gonna be a little more aggressive and cut down more of it. Okay. Um,
Now to try and fit everything around. It's like Tetris. A lot of this is going to get hidden behind my frame. I think I just need to embrace that.
um, tape. Oh, I didn't put it back. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Allison put her purple tape back and what, where did it go? Ah, I've got some different stuff. Okay. Yeah. Robin says, I remember them and I use them all the time. See, we've been around forever, Robin. They were amazing. Yeah, this is why I'm drawing on the back. Okay, this is a tool I haven't had out for a long time either.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Magic matter. It's not working like magic right now, but thankfully. There we go. I think that's good enough.
Ooh.
Let's okay. So we are going to be doing a draw. I want to get a couple things cut out and then we'll do the draw. So give me a moment, people. We'll get there, I promise. I think I'm gonna go with a pretty thin border. See here, I'm going down now. Using that other side of my body that I just turned around.
Are you using that in? Oh, you're gutting it. I thought about gutting mine.
I wanted border, so I want to use this dark brown for some border. I think I made the border too wide, but I might still trim that. But then I want this to cut my big circle out of as well. So,
Ah, I see. Now I've moved all these and I don't remember where they were. Of course. Of course not.
But I can just tape this and cut the layout down and put it over top. Now I'm gonna fussy cut this circle out. That's gonna torture me, but it'll be what it'll be.
You can always run and get a plate or something that's slightly smaller than your circle cutter.
Well, I traced it so with my magic matter. So I used my circle cutter. I used this part and then I traced on the inside with the magic matter wheel. So you put it on the inside and it has a little spot for your pencil to go in. And then
Oh,
it runs along the edge. These are like old school tools. Like old school. I wish I wrote a date on the back of how old this was. Because I remember when I got that, because it could let you it could let you go, you can go around the inside or outside of something. So if I wanted a circle like to make a mat slightly bigger than the circle, I would run this around the outside edge and then I could trace it and then you could cut out that shape. But you could do different shapes. So if your thing that you were tracing was a heart shape, right? Or, something else, you could go around any kind of shape. And at the time, shapy things were in. So if you cut out a picture as a silhouette, you could mat that.
right.
I have
That's pretty
examples
cool.
in my books. Over time, some of the amazing tools that we have go a little out of fashion, as do silhouette cutting photos. But I've still done it on pages and like loved that effect. In fact, I have a fabulous page I made about one of my little nieces, and um it is brilliant. Let's see. Can I pull it up fast? Maybe.
Okay. Top tip, don't use a gunky bone folder when you're trying to use it as a robot stick.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a case for silhouette photos. For anybody that doesn't understand what silhouette photos is, it's when you like cut around the people and cut out your background, right? And that was like in vogue for a while, way long time ago, common practice. But then it kind of got like, oh my God, don't do that ever to a photo. That's so horrendous, right? That became the thing. But I'm going to show you this page and you're all going to be convinced.
Oh, that's cute.
See, like, it's not about the background. It's just about this adorable little baby in her little bee costume holding a flower. And then she's all silhouetted out, and I've got Buzz Buzz, baby Emily, beautiful little bumblebee with a smile as sweet as honey, the cutest bee you'll ever see. I don't know. It was like, I think part of the thing was to use rhyming or poetry or something like that on a page. So that's, I think, how that came to be. But oh, came to be. Uh, So Marcy said, which is weird because now it's so much easier to get prints. So go wild, right? And Marcia said, I almost silhouetted my photo for my sample layup, then decided not to. You totally could have. And Erica says, lady, everything is coming back. Have you seen the decorative scissors? I'm sure silhouetting will be back before we know it.
Oh, decorative scissors.
Right. They have their place. They have their place. Usually it's in the kids' craft zone, but every once in a while, I still pull mine out for something. I'm like, this could use a little scallop edge. And I did have, but I lent them to somebody. I don't know where they went. I had these decorative scissors that made Mickey Mouse ears. Those things are brilliant. And if you're doing Disney stuff, like you lean so hard into the Disney on Disney pages that they were brilliant. Like I got them at Disney World. It was the only thing I bought like on that trip because we weren't there to shop after paying all the Disney everything else. But it was the only thing I bought, but it was a pair of decorative Disney ear scissors. They're brilliant. But I know I lent them out to somebody and they did not come home.
No, I think it's perfectly acceptable to have at least one Disney themed type punch or scissors or something. I feel like have a Disney punch somewhere, but I'm not 100%. I might have gotten rid of it in the purge. That sounds apocalyptic, but
The purge.
the purge.
Okay. Is it a perfect circle? Probably not, but I'm going to distract you with having little things stick out of it, right?
Right. All right, you ready to do the draw?
I think so. I've got like pieces here that feel like there's actually something happening, and I like to have something happening that I can come back to when we do the draw. Okay. So, because of my email thing, I didn't get as many people on here today. Also, who knows? There could be other international scrapbooking things happening, but the email thing was definitely not in my favor for today. But Erica says I bought mine at Disney World back when my now 24-year-old was little, right? Okay, so let's do a random number generator. And these are going to be the best odds we've had like in a couple of years, I'm just gonna say. So, in everybody's best favor today.
Marcy, yes, you're right. She says maybe it's a trick of the camera, but the circle gives Death Star vibes.
Lines on it, right? Like, it totally does. Promise I'll cover it up and it'll feel a little bit. It's not May the 4th today. Now, if I was doing this tomorrow, we could lean in. We
Yeah,
can
that would
lean
be
in.
completely intentional.
Okay, so we've got 22 people in the room, and one of them is me, and two of them are Allison. So
Yeah,
we
Maho.
actually have 19, right? Which means that your odds are amazing. This is like about twice as good as normal. And we're gonna hit the generate button on my phone. Can you see it here? Generate. There we go. It says 6. So let me count. Alice, Allison, Allison. Okay. And 6. Jackie. Congratulations to Jackie. You are our winner for today.
Yay!
Yay. Jackie. So congratulations to Jackie. I will get you to send me an email right there. And just let me know that you are our May Scrapbook Live winner, and we will send that off to the scrap room, and they will have this very kit set aside for her. So you will get all 4 of the mini collections. Now, if you want the extra add-ons, you got to figure that out with them. I'm sure they can help you sort that out, but you will get the 4 flavors of the month courtesy of the scrap room. We are so grateful to them for what they have done with us, like pairing up with us so that we can do the kits. Like, we love using the kits. As you can see, they're absolutely beautiful. Jackie says, thanks Alice and scrap room, I can use those extra goodies. Right? Especially this month. So you send me that today, I'll get it out to them today. And that way you won't be waiting for very long for your kit. You'll get to use them during load. So they are very fast and efficient. The only time that things haven't been sent out fast and efficient is if I don't have the email right away, or I don't see the email right away. But Allison will check with me. She'll be like, did you send it?
That's right.
That's
Allison will
right.
crack the whip.
It's good. There's, you know, I saw this thing the other day and I thought it was really good life advice. In fact, there was talking about a person, she was like some kind of high achieving person, and she said, people talk about life as in juggling balls, and when you have kids, like you're juggling all these balls too, right? And you can feel like you're just not necessarily doing the greatest job or whatever, right? Like things can be challenging, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you're thinking about all of these balls as if you drop them, that's bad. But she's like, some of these things are plastic balls and some of these things are glass balls. You just have to know which ones aren't a big deal when you drop them.
That is
It's
a
like,
good way of thinking about it.
right? Because like if you forget your kid wearing a red shirt on red shirt day at school, that's not going to be the end of the world. It might be to your kid that day, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Like, uh, when you don't buy groceries and have no food to feed your family at the end of the day, that's more, it's heading into the more glass ball. But even then, like, maybe that night is just mac and cheese and like you move on, right? I've made mac and cheese using like milk powder before because that's all we got. And I'm not going to town right now, or it's too late to go to town. And we're just gonna make do for the night, right? Like it's just like thinking like what really is the essential stuff. Oh, I don't want to cut off this side. I want to keep more of this color. I like that a lot. I'm gonna cut it all off of this side, I think. Am I doing a 1/2 inch? And okay, no. And is that what it was? Nora Roberts? Is she the one that came up with the plastic balls or the glass balls? I just thought this was brilliant. It was, yeah, it came up in some little real video on Instagram the other day. Actually, I probably sent it to one of my friends. Tell you what I'll do. I'll have a look and um,
You care about your friends.
that's not it. Um, yeah, this is the one. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna post it onto the Scrap Happy org Instagram in the stories. So it'll only be there today, but it will be there. And that way, if anybody wants to see the whole thing without Alice's like interpretation of the ball, it'll be all good. But I'll post it into the stories there right now. Um, let's add it to the story. Okay, so if you want to see it, there you go. You can see the video that I came across. Just thought, sometimes you need to hear it. Like, okay, I can't do everything, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
look at how good that's working for you with your circles,
yeah, I'm
your
really pleased
little
with this.
strands. Oh my gosh. I'm always heartbroken when I flip over paper and I realize I didn't use that paper. So we got to get inky with it. Hey, that's the next challenge.
That is the next challenge. And I did a little pre-National Scrapbook Day shopping, and I actually went into a proper scrapbook store, which I haven't been into for a while, and I
Ooh.
picked up 3 things. So I got some Dina Wakley gloss spray in glitz, which I will show you. It's what I've been using on my load layouts. It is a beautiful
Gold.
gold. Not like Heidi Swap Color Shine gold, but like a bit deeper than that, but and it dries super fast. And I haven't tried this one yet. This is Simon Hurley's Solar Spray.
Oh.
And I think that's kind of fun. It's golden hour, so I want to see what that does. And then I also bought the Astro Paste
Ah.
in
Is
Fool's
that like
Gold.
almost like a champagne gold or like what color would you
It
say
does
that?
kind of look like it. Let's get it open, actually. This is the one that has glitter in it.
Ah.
I wonder if this is one that sort of changes color a little bit. Ooh, that is pretty. It is kind of a champagne gold. So I've already warned my family that I'm just going to be in this room all day making things.
I told mine that too. My husband's like, oh, well, we're not going to build the garden shed because he picked up a garden shed the other day from Costco. And I'm like, no, that's for Sunday.
Today is all about scrapbooking.
Oh, okay. I'm super happy with this. This is going to be adorable. Actually, somewhere, oh, I have hardware little dots. I think what I'm going to do is grab those little hardware dots. So instead of doing like things that shoot off of this, I'm going to just stud the little dots around it. It's not the same, but it's inspired by. So, and now here's the question. Do I put this on an angle? Do I not put this on an angle? Oh, I like it up and down better, I think. Okay. I'm gonna find the little dots. I'll be right back.
Okay, I've got some gaps, but I think I can maybe fit in some of these chipboardy pieces in my gaps. Like a frame or a camera, I mean. What else do we have?
There's
Got
some
more
of
frames.
these in here. I saw some
And an
more.
arrow.
This, I think I have more of these somewhere.
So I am pretty happy with that.
That is looking so cute. I would say like if there's like other little things you can put beside the globe and then off the one corner because they look short compared to the like the length, the stretch of some of them, but like maybe there's
Here.
yeah, but like maybe that's where your enamel dots will kind of go, or I know you like those. I'm just like, I'm just not seeing like that length spreading into that one corner, the bottom corner and where the globe was. Yeah. Maybe the globe can fit next to the other circle too, like or something.
Yeah.
Just just like from like my vision that I'm seeing of what you're
No,
doing.
it's funny because like as I look at it with my real eyes, you know, it looks okay. And then I look up at the screen and I can see all sorts of gaps and stuff that need filling.
I'm telling you, it's a good trick. Okay, I found a bunch of these. I don't know if it'll be enough. I
Okay,
guess I'll
so
have
I gotta
to,
get this stuff down
I might have to
before I
make
go any
it
further, I
into
think.
enough. Ah, there's a couple more. So from the looks of this, I might have to like extra glue these down. So they look like they're coming off of sheets.
Now, I don't know why, but this is not
Hey,
square.
cool. I don't know if these are all the same color, actually. That's interesting.
Okay, that seems to be square. Hmm. Uh-oh. Well, maybe it's just my eyes not looking square on square, but maybe it's just me.
Okay, found some different ones. That way I won't run short. Okay. Like that. Yeah. Deborah says she's loving your interpretation of the circle in the sketch, right?
Oh, thanks, Deborah. Ooh, I'm gonna pop this up even. Oh, we're getting some distressing happening.
Yeah, well, you know how I cut this out by hand?
Ah, I see. Yes.
Hmm. This makes it kind of a little less obvious. Plus, I can inky up the edge and get the inky challenge on it too.
Oh, only one challenge per thing.
What?
One layout per
Well,
challenge is what I mean.
no.
Even for
I
the
might just
boss.
like
Can't break the
play
rules.
I might just play the game a little different. That's okay. I won't try to win the prizes. How about that?
Nope.
Yeah, we like that. That's good. Because realistically, am I gonna be making that many projects today? I will get at least one more done today, so we'll see. There's other things. Gotta there,
Now I gotta fit all these other little photos along the bottom.
right? It's like, oh, I might have to print those smaller.
Yeah, I might have to.
Misty wasn't planning us on making giant circles.
Well, I mean, her circle's pretty giant, but my photos are definitely, well, maybe they're not. I was gonna
Well,
say they're
once I
definitely bigger
matted
than two
that
by
photo,
three.
then it wasn't a 4x4 photo anymore, right? Then that photo was like, it's almost 5 inches, I think, now, right? With the mat around it. So that
Yeah.
changes your dimension of how big your circle gets. And yeah, it's actually 5.5 with the frame. So that does change your dimensions, which if you're making one part bigger, another part's gonna have to be a little smaller.
Yeah.
Deborah says so much is going on all weekend. My head is spinning trying to keep up with it all.
I
We tried
know,
to
there's so
keep it
many.
simple. We tried to keep it simple for today. We got little challenges through the day, but we're gonna hang out again later for all of our members. We'll have a little member hangout tonight and like review how we interpreted all the prompt stuff. Okay, I gotta stick this down. I think that's time. Actually have that lined up very straight. Do. Am I gonna notice? Well, now I am.
What's going
Oh, something's not quite straight, and at first I wasn't noticing it, but now I'm really noticing it.
on?
So I'm peeling things off. Ugh. It's like, oh, did Alice and Allison make everything perfect the first time? Of course we do. Of course we don't. Don't look at this part. This part gets edited out in filming or in the editing, right? This part gets cut in editing. No, usually not. It's like it's more real when you see
Uh,
people making the same mistakes that you make, and you're like, oh, see, it's not just me.
so Jackie says she's just noticed there's no fussy cutting or hand stitching on the challenges or the bingo. Imagine that. Huh.
I didn't even do that, Jackie. Just saying. But maybe they know. They're like, oh, we don't want Alice to complain about this. And I did fussy cutting today. Just saying, I cut that circle out by hand. And then it looked like it.
It's entirely possible, Jackie, that those types of things don't even enter my brain.
Because they're awful. Oh, that's not actually the
Well, I
right.
wanted it to be a fun day.
Right? There you go. We wanted it to be fun, not like torture. Oh, this is gonna look so cute. Okay. Make these little pieces around here. Let's get some points put on here and then we'll place the rest. Oh yeah, these are different colors. Some of these are kind of pewter and some of these are kind of gold. I don't think that matters. Look away. Don't overthink it. But,
Somehow I've got to fit journaling on this layout.
right? I'm gonna have some room over here. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. But okay, like, have you stuck your photo down? Here's my question. Have you stuck it?
Yes, everything is stuck down.
Okay. So I was gonna say,
It's me. I stick as
turn
I
it into a
go. Come on.
pocket, quick. Turn it into a pocket because it's like at the top of your page. Pockets at the top of your page, the best way to sneak that journaling on when you just don't have the room.
I know. I was actually thinking that I would put a pocket behind this, and then I just went and stuck it down. So clearly that's not happening. I mean, I could still fix that. But I think I'm okay. I think I'll just make it work.
Let me get
I have so many words on my page that it's possible I don't actually need a title.
It's possible.
I don't think these are stickers, are they? Oh, they're stickers. No, they're not. It's like they have a backing, but it's not sticky.
I just put all that adhesive on here and now I want to pop it up.
I popped up my frame too.
uh yeah, I didn't pop up the frame. I'm gonna pop up the whole circle. The frame probably would have been a good idea, but you know, it's okay.
Well, because my circle is flat, I figured I would pop up the frame and then that was good. I figured.
Uh, Deborah, I disagree. She says so many words, perhaps you don't need journaling. I think she's got too good a
Who are
story to
you
let her off
talking
the
to,
hook on
Deborah?
that, Deborah. She's got too good a story to let her off the hook. That's what I'm gonna say there. Like when you look at this pretty paper here, does it not seem like a crime to be like hiding this part away?
Need something there. I don't
It's
want
like,
that.
Alice, you could buy more of the paper if you like it so much, you know? Sometimes I just like, it's not yet a limited resource, right? It's available now.
Yeah, I saw this collection in the scrapbooking store that I was in. I didn't buy it, not because it was in this kit. I'd kind of forgotten that it was in this kit, but I didn't think I liked it. But now that I'm working with it, I'm like, dang, I might have to go back and buy it.
Yeah, I keep looking down at this paper going, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I am gonna get some journaling on.
Okay.
I gotta find my journaling pen. There it is.
You're gonna like journal live on camera? That's like impressive.
Well, I typically do, and because you talk and then I journal.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's my turn to talk. Like I take turns or something. Um, yeah. I am very excited about like some of the stories that we have kind of coming up in our load challenges. I think that um there's some stories that I haven't told, and I figure like if I haven't told them, chances are they haven't been in a load challenge. And I'm gonna say, like, we definitely have iterations of stories that have been told before, but I think that um having that chance to get them into my books, right? Like I really, really like load for that. Okay, let's this is like I just want some of these to be a little bit straight, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not gonna let her off the hook for journaling for that. Like that's too good. Like just thinking about those changes in our kids, right? Ideally, as a parent, we raise our kids so that they can grow up to be like independent adults. Sometimes when you see them being independent, it's like, but I didn't mean like that. When it's like actually like the good stuff, you're like, oh, it worked. I'm so shocked, but it worked. So yeah, it's good. Good stuff.
All right, we need some more things up here.
All right. And the other
Should probably not put these globes upside down, right?
well, other people might not notice, but
Well, that
you'll
one I'm not
probably
entirely
notice.
sure which is the right way up, so.
You'll probably notice. So it comes down to like that kind of thing, right? Hmm. Haven't done a page that has like all the little tiny dots on it for a long time. So
Yeah, that's usually my shenanigans. If I can't recognize the piece of the globe, it doesn't matter if I put it upside down, right?
that's correct. It won't bother you.
Okay, I need something here, but I need it to be a little bit bigger. Okay, we're just gonna
These
hold
little
on to that
pieces
one.
have like an adhesive on the back, but it doesn't really stick to the paper properly. So glue it is. Okay. Yeah. Pieces. These ones, I think are small enough to do in there.
Now that everything is stuck down, can I get it in there? No, it's too big. Okay. And see.
So Sorry, you have to remind me. What did you say this next challenge was after the inking? Did we know this yet? We don't know this yet.
We technically don't know it yet.
Okay, okay. Big secrets.
Big secret,
But
which
like
we
we're
get to
almost at
reveal
the
in
top of
12
the hour
minutes.
when it's gonna be revealed, right?
That's right.
Sharon says that she's so glad that this paper is in the kit. I've already bought multiple pieces, so it will match. Working with this collection as I watch. Perfect papers and embellishment for my guys. Will buy more.
Okay, that's better.
And then one more here. Oh, no, one more. Okay, well, I think that's pretty good. Oh, I'm missing one. Now, because I set them in glue, I can wiggle them a little to where they line up better. Okay. Well, that turned out really good, actually. Tiny pieces. Push those away. Now, are my little pictures going to be little enough? There's the question. If not, they'll just need a quick reprint. Maybe. Amy says I finished a layout.
Yo, Amy.
Yay.
Okay, I think I finished mine, but you know, it might need more.
I don't know if these are gonna fit too
Is
good.
Misty here?
Pardon me?
Just wondering if Misty is here, because then she can tell me what she thinks of my interpretation on her sketch. No, I don't see her. Oh, she might be here.
Pull up our
I'll
list.
put it in the chat.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see her name on the participant list, so.
But she could be at multiple things because you know Lindsay's got one going on right now too.
That is true. There's like, it is a fun, fun day in the world of scrapbooking. Why did we all have to do it all on the same day? You know,
because it's National Scrapbook Day.
because it's International Scrapbooking Day. I know. When it first got released, it was like NSD National Scrapbooking Day, and then people were like, no, it's International Scrapbooking Day. And yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and not add anything more. I mean, more is always more, but sometimes more is too much. Who else has things going on? So one of our design team members, Lindsay Cummings, has a live crop all day today, I think. I think it's like, I think she's just gonna be on camera like all day. That is happening in her Facebook group called Scrap and Smile.
Hmm.
Yeah, Vicky has lives going on today. Vicky Booten. I think scrapbook.com probably has something going on today. There's lots, I'm
There's
sure.
lots.
Yeah.
Okay, I've trimmed these a little
How
bit.
do you lose a trimmer on your desk? Well, that's easy. You pile things on top of it. I do that all the time. I lose my scissors, actually. I
I
mean, they're
totally know
not
the
small.
solution for that. Have 2 or 3 trimmers that you can also lose on your desk.
Yes, Deborah, a cherry on top has got stuff going on today too. I always lose my scissors, and these are like giant scissors. I don't know how they get lost, but I just pile things on top of them, and there you go. Yep, scrapbooking cards today. There's lots of things going on.
Yeah, it's a big day and like everybody has a little bit of something fun going on. Paige Evans, there you go. Deborah says Paige Evans has stuff going on. Yeah. So it comes down to like if somebody has something that you know that's like, oh my gosh, I always love what they're doing, then go do that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like pick a spot, have some fun. If there's live things where you can like hop into them, that's always like a little extra fun, right? I need something that goes underneath these photos. They feel a little, they're not matted. I'm just saying. Maybe I need to mat them.
Yeah, I used a little bit of the blue cardstock that I used to mat my big photo. Apparently, I used my bone folder to scrape up glue or something because there's like glue all over it.
Oh, no.
It's probably why it wasn't rubbing so well on the rub-ons.
Like that wasn't supposed to happen. Put my circle trimmer thing. There's butter's back. Perfect. Okay, well, these are almost on here. My words, my titles, that's not on here, but
I like all
this,
your rivets.
right? They look good in the end, right? Let me show you.
Did
I've got
you
a couple,
like use a ruler to space those out?
a little bit.
Because they
I
look,
I used like they're not perfectly even. There's like they're a little crammed here. They're a little more spaced in a couple spots. I line up the top and bottom ones, and then I line up the side ones so that they would be even. And then I tried to place ones in between those, and then I placed them in between those. So,
that's impressive.
so they're not like perfect, but they're pretty good. Erica says, I hate when I'm so organized that my brain doesn't remember where the thing is. Currently looking for my sticker aligner tool. Yeah.
I have that problem with notebooks. I like have so many notebooks and I can never
Uh-huh.
remember which notebook I wrote the thing down in.
That is a challenge with like actual notebooks, right? Like being able to search and find I don't I wanted to do like little Alice to bigger Alice, but I think this layout here feels a little awkward, so maybe I'll switch those two. Yeah, I think that's better. It's so funny looking at this one picture. My dad, you guys, like he would have been pretty young. Like I think, what was he when I was born? I'm sorry, I gotta do math. My brain isn't mathing right now. Okay, my dad was 29 when I was born. Okay. And so this is this little picture of me with my dad.
Oh,
And I look at his little haircut there, and it is so bad. Like so bad. I'm like, that is not the haircut I remember. But sometimes he didn't have a haircut, and then that also didn't look very good. But, but like I look at this little picture of us and we're like by an apple tree. You can see the little flowers in the apple tree. And I just look at him, I'm like, oh my God, he looks so young. And like he's so rounded compared to how he is now. So like I totally noticed that. But also like the way he was so beefy, like in his shoulders, like because he was so strong, because he was always doing like such like physical labor and stuff like that. And like now my dad is like this wisp compared to what he was. He still goes out and does all kinds of stuff. He's always like collecting wood and firewood and stuff, but like he definitely doesn't have the same roundness in his face and his chin as he did back then. But like there's just like it's something like this little cheekiness, like even this picture of us when I was a teenager, like he was just full on in his like cheeky dad mode, right? It was so funny. And yeah, there's a reason I picked these pictures anyways. So lots of fun in the whole choice of like just looking at this, like I liked this prompt a lot. I liked where it led me, even if it didn't kind of go perfectly on the nose, right? Prompt adjacent, I guess. I know we've heard that a few times. I'm scared to
Okay,
put.
I'm filling in my bingo card. I think I
Ooh,
can even do the share a project in a live crop because I made it in the live crop. That's sharing, right?
absolutely. That counts.
Okay.
Oh, can I kill the map paper? Like,
So we are at the top of the hour. So the next challenge is go big or go home. So for
ooh,
this one, I was thinking like when I was designing these challenges, I was thinking of papers like this that have like a really big motif on them.
hey.
The other ones that I came across, Heidi Swap is famous for this sort of idea
Mm-hmm.
where you've got like a big scene.
Yeah,
I find these challenging. So something like that.
cool.
Um, where is my, to keep it. But I think I would even accept things like this sort of idea. Like Vicky Booten does these pages that have really big, bold graphics on them,
Mm-hmm.
like this sort of thing. So if
Oh,
it's big to you and if it challenges you because it's just giant and you're not quite sure how to use it, that is what I was referring to. Like something like that. Like,
mm-hmm.
you know, that can be tricky to use.
Well,
Like
I
a
think
quarter of a
that
rainbow.
also fits with like our layout that was our sample from today from Heather. Let me open that here on my screen. Uh,
Yeah.
I have to resize it because it doesn't fit. But something like this, paper like that, like you kind of feel like, oh, this should be easy, but then when you actually start, sometimes they're not. So like that's a
Yeah.
big
I
motif
actually
kind of
pulled
paper,
out
right? Yeah.
I pulled out this paper from also from Heidi Swap.
Yeah.
Um, this like it's just what?
I agree. That's a lot. That paper is
Right?
a lot.
But
Actually
I
started
don't have
laughing. Your face
Hawaii
cracked me
pictures,
up
like
right there.
current Hawaii pictures to scrapbook, but I do have beach pictures and holiday pictures. So I think this is gonna be my go big or go home
Challenge. Yeah.
challenge.
It's like, look, I used the big paper and I covered it all up.
Maybe, but I'll try not to.
So funny. Okay, well, that means that people have challenges to work on, and we have wrapped this up Well, as much as it's going to be so for today. I will get the replay up in our monthly live replay space within our circle community. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously we're sharing it right here on YouTube. And we're going to actually get these photos of the layouts posted into the Scrap Happy org Instagram as well. Amy has a hand up. She wants to share. Do you want to share, Amy? Let's get a little
Sure.
share.
I was working on the layout with a
Oh, I
large cut
love it.
file. So I had used this puzzle. I used both the outside of the cut file and then the little cut file pieces to do this layout for my niece and I.
That is so fun. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I love that.
Aw, see, you need that same one that I used yesterday with my dad with the game stuff. It had puzzles in it too. But those
Yeah.
are so cute. Oh my goodness. Like, so that was like a cut file that you cut?
Yeah, I just found on my for my Cricut. So
Oh, yeah. Love the way you put that together. So cute.
Cool. There you go. You get a square for sharing. There you go.
That's right. Anybody else? Anybody else?
now, what wasn't on my bingo card was I stabbed myself with my pokey tool, so I had to put on a band-aid. So I'm like, I'm using one cardstock, and I don't want to get any blood on the layout. So that wasn't
No
on my
points for
bingo
physical
card.
violence.
So what I'm hearing is next year we need fussy cutting, stitching on a layout, and
A
paper
crafting
crafting injuries.
injury.
This type of behavior is not encouraged. Here's the disclaimer warning label at the bottom of the screen. Anybody else have something they want to share while we're here? Got something finished? It doesn't.
Claire
Hey,
has her hair
Claire?
up.
Yeah,
Hair
let's
up.
bring
Hand
Claire
up.
up. There we go.
Mute
Marcy,
myself. There we
Marcy
go.
said she made chicken salad during the live and she's not sharing. I'm hungry now.
I almost never do any of this while I'm on because I'm such a slow scrapbooker. But I started, this is my granddaughter,
Oh,
and
that's
this is mine.
beautiful.
And I've spent this entire time cutting out banners. I don't want to see this punch again for the rest of today, but we'll finish it. And this is progress for me. So thank you everybody for being so encouraging. Thank you both, Alice and Allison. Whoops, here we go.
Love it. That looks amazing.
Absolutely. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
Misty says sorry.
I think this was super fun, and it's like the way you can interpret it in so many different ways is super
Yeah.
fun. Okay, well, let's bring me and Allison back up here. Let's add the spotlight here. I'm gonna switch my camera. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this International Scrapbooking Day Scrapbook Live session. Super fun. I love the kit from the Scrap Room. Huge shout out to the Scrap Room for doing such an amazing job with putting together such great kits, for sponsoring our giveaways. That's amazing to do. Big supporter of them. So check them out at Scrap-Room for their flavors of the month. They have other kits too. There's like double shot kits that are bigger. So if you look at this and think, I'm gonna need more than 3 sheets of pattern paper, check that out too. Like we get it, they get it too. So it's like sometimes more, it really is more. And then of course we have lots of fun stuff going on within our Scrap Happy membership. We do these load challenges 3 times a year, plus an extra little bonus mini one, and usually in the North American summer, let's call it. And yeah, we have a lot of that. Plus, we have a reunion. We're actually having an in-person meetup this year in Portland, Oregon. And
So
Portland
excited.
has an unofficial title of Portland Gone Weird.
Keep Portland
Keep
weird.
Portland weird, right? Keep Portland weird. That's their unofficial motto. And so we're calling this the Girls Gone Weird Scrap Happy Reunion. So we're gonna have a lot of fun in Portland this summer. And so, if you are interested in hopping into a community full of crafty people that understand the importance of scrapbooking, telling your stories, making time for this kind of stuff, then We're your people. This is your sign. This is your moment. Come and join us over at scraphappy.org. And we would love to have you join our community. If you're watching this live and you're not on our email list, then get on our email list. And it is scraphappy.org/subscribe. And then you'll know about the next one. But come over, check out our membership. It's a lot of fun. And we have the chance to hang out during different live sessions. We have different challenges that we do. It's a great community, and it's really about, doing scrapbooking, but also getting to know all the people. And I think that's the upside that I didn't know that I was missing in my life. So I highly encourage you to join us. Allison, any final thoughts for today?
No, I agree with you that meeting these people online in real life, it's been life-changing.
Yep.
And if you are a Scrap Happy member, 5 p.m. we have our special live International Scrapbooking Day crop. So
Right.
check the link in the membership group.
5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time today for our wrap up for today for our members. So lots of fun. Lynn says, this was a fun time and your layouts are great. Diane says, thanks, Alice and Allison, for a fun day. And we are so happy to be here with you. Check out all of the challenges within our circle community. And yeah, enjoy. Have the best day. Happy scrapping, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.